Hey everybody, it's Michelle and this is Queer Hustle, where we help queer entrepreneurs start up, scale, and thrive. And today I'm very excited to be talking to Erin St. from Saucy Pot's Pottery in Newfoundland, Canada. Erin, you want to introduce yourself to the crew?
Hi there. Yeah, I'm a potter of, over 15 years, and I've been doing saucy pots for 6 years now, and it's my full-time job and a family business as well. So I've got my father and my cousin and my partner working with me right now. So it's super exciting.
It's basically a reality show going on up there. Let's be serious. These aren't just any pots, by the way. These are saucy pots. And saucy pots meaning these pots are a little bit out of the mainstream.
They're pretty racy.
Yeah, what are you doing out in the world, Erin?
Lots of curse words. Are like originally this started with like Newfoundland slang and like come on by, yes by, come from away, like lots of silliness, and it's totally evolved into curse words like I don't know if this is fine to say, but yeah, like fuck a buckety fuck, Jesus fucking Christ, like super rowdy, like really offensive stuff, and then even just like classic fuck.
Yeah, just a mug that says fuck, which everybody feels when they're first drinking their coffee in the morning. So this has been a hit. I love, by the way, that you're like shy to say the words, but you're not too shy to like print them on a mug and put them in the store window and sell them on the internet all over the place.
Oh yeah, like people, some people are like, you're too sweet to be selling work like this.
Like not deep down inside. So let's talk about this. What because you mentioned you're working in a family business, obviously coming up as a younger person, sort of taking over the established decades-long family business, and this was traditional pottery before, and then here comes Erin coming in saying, well, actually, here's what I want to do instead. So have the family react when you started printing fuck on mugs?
Yeah, it was a little unusual, I guess, at first. And my aunt, I mean, she's pretty fun, she's pretty wild, like she loves to party just as much as I do. And so she was like okay and comfortable with a few of those words, but as it like got further and further, like the cunt cups were a little bit less appropriate. So we did, like she did say, like maybe we won't have the like cunt cups in the window.
Right.
In the window display.
Right. Maybe those could be in the back once people walk in.
Yeah, and even if I do like markets now these days, I actually I censor the cups, so I just like turn the bad ones around, and like I sort of like make a judgment call to like, do these people want to see like cutesy things? Are they ready for me to like turn these like Jesus cups around? So I sort of like test the waters before I like show them what else I have, especially because I've been doing these like farmers markets lately, like these community farmers markets where there's like youngsters running around. So even like the first couple I did, I was testing the waters and having these like Jesus cups out, and I did have a few people come up, like just regular people come up and complain.
Mm-hmm.
So I definitely get complaints from the general public, and that's like that's definitely the risk I find of doing this as a retail space. When people walk in, they don't know what's coming up,
Mm-hmm.
and I really throw them a curveball sometimes.
Show us I know you have the cunt mug with you. Show it to us real quick for people that are watching. There it is. Drink right
Something
out of
else I
that.
think we're gonna work on now is actually to reverse the letters so that for Zoom chats they're gonna be the right way around.
Yeah. It
That's
looks
the
the
next
right way around
project.
to me. So I think we've got it.
Oh,
Zoom.
it's in my mirror. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. No, it looks good for us. So it's working. It's working. Um, I love this as a perfect example of, we talk a lot about in marketing about attract and repel, right? Like we want the people that we want, and we want to go ahead and actively repel the people that are not for us, especially as queer business owners, right? And we get a lot of questions at Queer Hustle around, well, why are you even talking about being queer? What does that have to do with being being in business? We know as queer people, just instinctively walking around, right, in our life, we're authentically and just like almost about thinking about it, gravitating toward the people that are for us and trying to repel the people that are not for us, because we learn quickly with icky experiences. We got in the wrong crowd. Maybe somebody didn't know we were queer and they made the wrong joke or whatever, and starts to be like, okay, how can I signal very loudly that I am queer? How can I, talk about that? How can I show that with how I look? So that I don't actually get into these situations, and I'm only with people that are loving and supportive of me, and I am actually like actively repelling anybody that would want to hurt me or that I would be hurt by. You're doing sort of the same thing here in business, especially when you come out with such strong statements. There's people that love it, and you have this like rabid following, and then of course there's going to be people that are offended by it and not want to even like be in the store buying anything else. How do you? Obviously, you've decided to do that. So talk to me a little bit more about the feeling or the intention behind that kind of a stance.
Well, after spending the last 6 years having a retail space and testing the waters of retail, I really did find, even though I'm passionate about these products, I like make it, I live like this is my work. I still definitely struggle with, someone really being disapproving, or someone being in my storefront and like being upset or getting angry or complaining. So it's still, I still try not to like let it trigger me or get upset, or, just try to like maintain calm composure. But yeah, I do really love switching to online because of that. I find uh, you're able to reach the people who you want to attract,
Mm-hmm.
um, without offending too many others.
Mm-hmm.
I find it in the retail environment that I've been working in, it's really been a tourism dominant industry. So we have people coming from all over the world, and so it's really a really diverse group. So we would have 26,000 people go through our summer location, and that's mostly in about 3 months. So a lot of family, like the whole artist studio space was really geared towards family. So I had a lot of families coming through, and that was always really hit or miss. Are they going to like get really offended? And I would have people kind of like complaining to the front desk and writing to our tourism department who managed these artist studios. So yeah, I did get a lot of complaints, and like 1 out of every 5,000 like was really aggressive,
Mm-hmm.
and almost to the point of like basically harassing my staff.
Mm-hmm.
So I've had some really awful scenarios with people who get offended over like this word. uh, and really, really like push their limits as the general public, saying like, I'm unhappy with this. So I did actually feel a bit concerned about my staff. Like I was unsure what to do, and it's difficult to track somebody who's coming through a space like
Sure.
that.
Yeah.
So I've definitely had some really brutal retail experiences, which are challenging, and you really don't have that same. I mean, it's a different level of vulnerability online for sure. And so someone being really upset about who you are and what you're doing, to the point where they need to, uh, to the point where they're like threatening to tear your business down, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that's pretty scary, and yeah, so that's tricky to deal with. But I mean, moving online has definitely made that more of like a safe space for me and my business and my staff.
Yeah, which is so important, because we talk all the time about the life. Oh, we want to push back. We want to take a stand. We want people to know this is not okay. But doing that comes with a cost, right? And it's not always just us, because we're not just putting ourselves out there, but now there's people starting to threaten staff, harass staff. And it gives you a little bit of a come to Jesus moment of your own. Go, do I really want to do this? And by the way, I want to say for anybody watching or listening, if the answer is no, I don't want to do this, I don't feel safe, or I don't feel like my staff is safe, or I don't feel like I can keep everybody safe, it's perfectly okay to not do it. right? We've got to keep ourselves safe, our employees safe, and everything. That's got to be number one. And we're not here to judge anybody that says, you know what, this is too much, it's too hard, I don't want to do it. But for people that do say, you know what, I'm going to do it, not only are you making a statement and pushing back, right? And Erin is saying, you know, you can't bully me out of business, but you're also saying, you know what, there's another way that I can do this that feels better for me, that feels safer for everybody. It doesn't have to be a black or white either or situation. Now, you're one of the people that I know that did the best job at just like immediately pivoting your whole business. You know, I was telling you earlier, I had talked to a ton of people right post pandemic hitting that had businesses like yours that were in retail or salons or event planners, things like that, where they were just saying, I'm fucked. There's nothing I can do. My whole business is dead. Like, I've just basically got to give up. I'm going to go out of business. I'm going to, you know, or I'm going to regroup in another 6 months or a year. You know, the circumstances happen to me, and there's, you know, oh well, right? That's not the attitude that you came with. You came and said, okay, this sucks, this is completely different, what am I going to do instead? And now you've actually managed to successfully pivot to almost all online sales. You're shipping nationally and I believe internationally, right, as well. What do you think is the difference? What was different in your attitude versus the attitude of somebody that says, you know, oh well, I'm giving up?
I think I'm somebody who really enjoys taking risks. I definitely love that, challenges. So I think that makes me different right off the bat. I love change, and I love, jumping into new ideas and challenging myself and really learning as I go. So yeah, that's something I'm just kind of interested in doing anyway. So that's definitely a personality trait. And we've definitely talked about how we like to take on lots of things and yes, do this project, yes to this project. And so yeah, that's definitely part of my personality of like, okay, let's do this.
Yeah.
For sure.
Well,
And
seems like you came with this attitude of curiosity versus like, oh my God, I already can see where this is going to go. And maybe your youth is an advantage to you here, right? But coming with this attitude of curiosity, well, this is new. Let me see if I can figure this out versus, oh, well, there's nothing I can do. And I love that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I definitely, I don't like do nothing very often.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely like to take on too many things and then power through them. So yeah, even going back to last year and thinking about the retail setup, because I was doing wholesale and I had 2 retail spaces last year and an online shop that was like not doing very much. Those were a lot of different things that I've been testing for a while, and taking on 2 retail spaces was exhausting, and staffing that was exhausting. So I was really, in the fall, I was really trying to figure out, and around Christmas time too, just being so burnt out from shows and retail and all of that. I was really reconsidering, like, what do I want to be doing next year? Like, how do I want to be doing next year? And I was really starting to feel kind of burnt out on the retail, and really toying with the idea, like just kind of throwing this idea out, like, what if we didn't have a retail business next
Mm-hmm.
year? Which was like also kind of just dangerous to say, I found too, because like this pottery shop that my aunt has been running since the 80s, the idea of saying we're not going to open this year was like the end of an era, basically,
Yeah.
and really shocking. So I was really afraid to suggest that as well. And then, I mean, obviously the pandemic happened, and then we decided not to open the store at all.
Mm-hmm.
So those were some ideas I was toying with, what do I want to be doing? And this year, it's been basically everything online, and cut out wholesale, really only like a tiny couple of wholesale orders. this program, the ISS school was incredible, has really like given me like a new level of confidence in what I'm doing. And even just thinking about, again, pricing and expenses and rate, like feeling comfortable raising my prices. I am really excited about this year and going into Christmas. So well, yeah, I'm pretty happy with the decision of putting everything online and stepping back from retail. I think that was one of the like best decisions ever for this
Yeah,
business.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And then it blew up. Right, because you've got everybody like see you've got stuff that people see it and they go, I want that, or I got to send that to my friend, or I got it almost like naturally lends itself to being viral. So I love about this because people are so afraid to take strong stances or be offensive to anybody in any way. But the flip side of that is as many people as you're offending, you're equally exciting that many people, and those people are going, oh my god, I love this, I need this, this resonates with me. And so now you've got, like I said, a national fan base and starting to ship into the United States and get international with it. How does that feel if to start being go from being this kind of local shop to being this national and international presence?
Uh, it's pretty, it's pretty exciting. I feel like I am still like struggling to like fully acknowledge all of that. and uh and yeah, it's definitely like challenging to really, yeah, to really hear that. It's super exciting, and I'm still feeling that the effects of that for sure. So I'm just like also really grateful to still be in business this year. I feel incredibly fortunate. Um, and there's been support and stuff here in the province, like the customers and local support has been amazing, as well as online, and everyone has just been fantastic. A lot of return customers, which is so exciting to see people coming back, and coming back after years and years, or coming back after like months, and like brand new clients just like can't get enough. It's it's super exciting, and yeah, I'm like so grateful that I met you when I did, because it was so many things seemed so uncertain, and going through ISS really gave me that like confidence that, okay, this is good, this is still working, we can keep going this direction. We got this.
I love hearing that. I want to know what you would say to people, because there's a lot of people watching this that are in that situation of, they had a retail business, or they're an artist or some kind of creator or some kind of a event planner or or retail service provider, that felt like, there's nothing they could do. What would you say to people who say, Erin, I'm screwed, there's something I can do in my business?
Well, I think that if that is your mindset, then that's what will happen. But if you are open and interested in problem solving and focusing and honing your skills, and really focusing on the one thing you want to do, that I mean, kind of anything is possible. And there's a lot more platforms available online for brand new businesses to start up in. And I've switched to new website platform as well. And I found, it's nerve wracking to switch to a whole new platform, but um, I don't regret it at all. And I was ready for change. And it was just everything kind of happened in these few moments. So I think if you are passionate, take the chance and like give it a go, because the worst thing is you could fail. And I don't know, I think that failing is part of the experience. I've definitely tried lots of different things that haven't worked at all. And I think, yeah, failing is part of the process as well.
Failing is absolutely a huge part of the process. Every time we fail, we learn. I always tell people that say, I'm afraid to fail, I said, take that away from you, because it's not an if, it's a when. You will fail all the time, and that's okay, because we get back up, we learn, and then we do better. Beautiful sentiment, and love that thought that, you know what, if you got the mindset that you're going to fail anyway, you can take that and you can just roll over. You can take that and say, okay, bring it on. I want the lessons. I want the change. I want to learn. I want to embrace change. I want to embrace challenge. And I want to see what I can actually really make happen. And it's people with that attitude who really do make things happen. Erin St. John, so grateful to have you here. Saucy Pots Pottery, y'all look it up. Buy yourself your cunt mugs, fuck mugs from Erin. She will ship them to you. Thanks so much for being with us today.
Oh, thank you so much for having me. This has been a lot of fun.
All right, everybody, we'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks.